The Erie Canal wouldn't be that hard to build today, but in the early 19th century its completion was rightly called an engineering miracle. Actually, the miracle of the Erie Canal was two miracles. One, the human accomplishment of its construction, and two, a natural miracle that had nothing to do with engineering or politics or any other human endeavor. The best minds in our country's early years knew that the Appalachian mountain chain had to be crossed with heavy cargoes, preferably by canal, if we were ever to lay a claim to the vast western lands that lay beyond them. In fact, though, every early attempt to cross the Appalachians with a canal was bound to fail, for one simple reason. A lock like this one can easily lift boats up hills, but only if there's an ample supply of water flowing down to that lock from above. That means that some river or lake has to be above the highest point in any canal. When the earliest surveyors set out to consider a course for a canal across New York State, they made a startling discovery, and it was that the Mohawk River, flowing from Rome to the Hudson at Albany, has a unique feature. Like any river, the Mohawk had been busy carving a valley along its entire course as it made its way to the sea. But unlike all the other eastern rivers, which flow from the top of the Appalachian Ridge, only the Mohawk starts on the west side of that ridge and flows across the mountains to the Atlantic. So the Erie Canal was dug, complete with its towpath, alongside the Mohawk all the way from Rome to the Hudson. But it wasn't about being close to the river. It was about being in the groove that the river had cut for them through the Appalachian Mountains. Finding a channel already cut for the Erie across the mountains was only half the story, though. Canals need water to work. Fortunately, the Mohawk River was there to solve that problem too. The question remained, though, could the Mohawk's flow provide enough water to fill and refill locks in a canal running eastward from this high spot, even during the driest of summers and busiest of traffic when locks are cycled frequently? If so, then the tougher question was, could it also do double duty and supply the locks in the canal running westward off the high spot as well? If the answer to that was no, then there was no engineering skill that could have made the Erie Canal possible. Yep.
Give! Fire!
When construction began on July 4th of 1817, guess where they started? That's right, there was no point in building a canal that was going to run dry. Work began near today's Rome, New York, on the very highest section of the canal over the Appalachian mountain chain. It was critical to know whether or not the Mohawk could do the job. And of course we know today that it could.